Hello kids, this weekend I'm going to carve my pumpkin. To carve my pumpkin, I need a knife, a Sharpie, and a spoon. The Sharpie is for drawing all the figures I want to carve. Then the knife is for carving and cutting all the figures. And the spoon is for taking out all the seeds and all the things that are inside my pumpkin. But today I'm not going to carve this. It's for the weekend of Halloween. You can do this at home with your mom and dad. Today we're going to put together. For today's class, you need scissors, 2 boards, a pencil, and your Sharpie. Let's start. First, you take one board and you're going to draw triangles and squares. You can use a ruler so your triangles are perfectly done, or you can use something that is very straight so you can do it very well. Remember, it has to be very big. They all are the same shape and size. Okay, now I'm going to do 5 squares. Now I'm going to do 8 circles. You can use something to help you. For example, the tape. Now I'm going to trace them with the Sharpie. When you're done with your geometric figures, triangle, square, and circles, we are going to do a little line in each side. For example, that triangle has 3 sides. So we're going to make little lines. 1, 2, 3. Remember, the lines must be done small and in the middle of the line. This is a line, beginning and end of the line, and you make the small line in the middle. This is the line and this is the middle of the line, so I'm going to make a little line. These little lines must be done inside the figure, not outside. Not outside. It has to be inside. So remember, this is the line, this is the middle of the line, and I'm going to make the little lines inside for each side of the figure. The same thing with the squares. The square has 4 sides. This square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. That triangle has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to make the same thing. One little line in the middle of each side of the square. For example, this is the beginning and this is the end of this side of the square. The middle must be like this here. So I make a line, a small line inside the square, not outside. This outside, no. So remember, since the square has 4 sides, you're going to make 4 lines, 4 small lines inside the square, and each line in each side. Now, since the circle doesn't have any sides because it's round, we're going to make 4 lines also. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Four little lines. Now, I have all my circles, all my squares, and all my triangles done. Now I'm going to cut it very well in the line, on the line. So let's just start. When you're done cutting all the geometric figures, make sure you clean first, because for the next part of the activity you need the table to be clean. So I'm finishing with this circle, and I'm going to take all the things that I'm not going to use and throw them in the trash. Okay, now I have circles, I have squares, and I have triangles. Remember that these are closed figures because they are closed and they are geometric. Now I'm going to cut these small lines. And now I'm going to put all the circles in one side, the squares in another, and the triangles in another part, like this. Now, the next activity is to make a sculpture by putting things together. So I have here my helper, Simon. Simon is going to help me with this kind of sculpture. I'm going to do mine and he's going to do his, and then we're going to put both sculptures together. So let's start. I'm going to put here this. So with these little lines, you have to connect them like this, line with line, little line with little line. Remember that each little line you cut them like Simon did. So you have to use all the figures that you just did, that you just cut. This activity is like kind of a game, like a toy. Yeah, you use like a Lego that you have to put things together to make something. With a Lego you do the same thing. You put things together to make a car or a city or a house. It's the same thing we're doing now. The important thing is that in the end the sculpture must stand. Here is Simon's, my little helper. I'm going to connect his with mine. Very careful because they have to stand up. Remember that an sculpture is a 3D art piece. If it falls down, you have to start all over again. Don't worry. This will take a lot of time. Sometimes even an hour. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to show you the sculpture that is not a sculpture in all the sides. In the top, in one side, in this side, in the back, and in the front. I'm going to do a 3D video so you can see how should your sculpture look like. Now, this is a sculpture I did with Simon, my little helper. This is the fun part because this kind of sculpture is to put things together. So you can look the art piece from one side, from the front, from the inside, like here's the inside, from the other side, from the back, and from the top. You can do this, or you can take a picture, or you can take a lot of pictures of your sculpture, or you can make a video to show me how you did. And remember, you don't have to paste them. You just put them together, okay? You don't have to use glue or tape or anything. Just put things together.